Hi YouTube, this is Rose. This is pertaining to Rose. I wanted to talk to you today about goals. Big goals. Let's plan them big, people. We want the bigger the better. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because the bigger you plan it, the more likely it's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to step down each goal and break it down and make it more reasonable in your mind. And it's really important to do this. I like to take one goal every now and then, make it really, really big, and then I step it down and I break it up into things that make it a little bit easier to do. So I got out my everything journal and I put on there, let me see, start out the right place. Making one big goal and writing it out. And I wrote it out like affirmations just so that I have, and this is one goal, just trying to step it down a little bit as I go. But I wrote on here, and I put the date at the top. I wrote, I am making $1 million this year, right now. Gotta put the right now in there. You want it in the present mode. Remember that. Always put your goals in the present tense. Even if it's huge, no matter what your mind thinks, remember $1 million is just a number. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. It's a number. That's it. Think of it as a number. Don't matter if you're making $1 or $1 million. It's just a number. Keep that in your mind. When it just becomes a number, it's easier and more attainable. Up here, you know, you're going to do a speaking engagement in front of one person or 10,000 people. It's just a number. You're going to focus on that one person no matter how large the group is, and you're going to speak to that person. It makes it easier. Keep that in mind. So you want to reach your goals, you want to make them big, and then step them down and then work on those processes to get to that big goal. So I wrote, I'm making $1 million this year, right now, as a life coach. I am earning, now I broke it down, and I rounded it off just to make it easier. $83,334 a month, right now. Still a lot of money, but it's just a number. That's how we want to look at it. Then I wrote it down. I am earning $20,000 easily right now, every week. Sometimes more than $20,000. So I wrote it down. These are what I'm going to practice saying. I'm going to keep it in my head. Remember, that number is just a number. We want these big plans written out. And then we're going to start working on them. I am doing large speaking engagements for very large groups every week. And I am earning $20,000 per speaking engagement right now. Remember that right now, people. Keep your goals going. You definitely want to do that. I am earning $20,000 selling courses online right now. So we definitely want to keep it going. Now, I made a ton of notes. You see all my notes? I got like pages and pages. You want to brainstorm. Brainstorm everything you're going to need. What am I going to need? I'm going to need supplies. I'm going to need video equipment. I'm going to need dry erase boards and markers. I'm going to need printed material. I'm going to need a logo and branding. Write it all down. Whatever your big goal is, write down everything you're going to need. I'm going to need an EIN number. That's your tax ID number. You need that. I'm going to need a business bank account. Write it down. I'm going to eventually need, some kind of accountant, business accountant that can deal with my finances and my taxes and my savings. And, I need somebody that can help assist me in those areas. Write it down, write it down, write it down. I'm going to need pamphlets and printed materials. I'm going to need a creative website. You know, you write everything down you're gonna need. Do that list, brainstorm, put it all down on paper, whatever you can think of. Take a week to do it if you need to. Think you might need 52 courses, one for each week. Write them down, brainstorm, what are you gonna do on those courses? And then write those down, what you want to state, your PowerPoints for each one of those courses. Write it down, keep it going, just keep writing every week. Add to your goal what you're gonna do. Is it better to do classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays better than the rest of the week? Well, Fridays are usually date night, Saturday and Sundays is church and family fun, and Mondays is grocery shopping and laundry. Tuesdays and Thursdays usually work better. Write down what you think would be better days to do your goals on and what you're going to work on. And if I want to do classes, I might want to pick Tuesdays and Thursdays to do my speaking engagements. More people will be able to come out and see. Keep these things in mind, write it down. Make sure you write down every bit of your goals. I got tons of them. Tons and tons and tons of notes. And I'm still writing them down. I'm still getting so much more. You know, you keep them all in mind, write them down. Put your goal on a colorful 3x5 card. That way you keep this one wherever you're going, in your truck, vehicle, car, you know, at work, in your lunchbox, in your locker, on your fridge, on your bathroom mirror. Put it on there. Keep in mind that's what you're doing. Writing down all your paperwork. Once you got all this stuff written down, you're going to put in order. And then you're going to go back to your journal and you're going to do an outline of your plan. You're going to outline it. And little goals to get to what you need for each one. Okay, I need to go here to go get my tax ID number. I need to speak to 3 different accountants to see, you know, which one I would want to work with. I won't go more than 3 because 3 makes it easier to keep in mind than 20 different accountants. You know, you want to just pick out 3 things and then work with those 3 things to come up with a decision. Best thing to do in your life is make a decision and make it quick. Make a quick decision and keep working on it. It don't matter how small you start, but you want something big, 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 big. And then write it down and keep it going. Remember, next year at this time, you're going to come back and read over all this stuff and say, oh my goodness, I did all that stuff. How did I get all that stuff done in a year? And look at all the money I'm making. That's what we want. We want that. We want that. God sees your plans, people. He says, yeah, make it bigger. Make it bigger. God was more powerful than Goliath. Let me tell you, David didn't look at the size of Goliath. He looked at, I got this little stone here. Yeah, I can hit that. He's big enough to hit. Let's take him down. God put that in David's heart. You know, really think about that. There's a story in the Bible, and I can't think of his name right now. It's Benaniah or something like that. He was basically a kid. So there's an army of people standing around a pit, and there's a lion, a huge lion in there. And he looked at that lion like, somebody should probably kill that thing. It's stuck in there. It's going to starve. I don't know what his thoughts were, but he jumped in that pit and speared that lion. Next you know it, he was a general of a great army. You know, those people saw what he did and they took that power. They were like, oh, he was so brave. One little step can project you way out. God's going to be right there with you and he's going to help you. He's going to just shove you in the right direction. You got to get that action down. Write it down, people. Write it down first. Get it all outlined. Once you get it outlined, break that outline down into smaller steps yet. And remember, no matter how big your goal is, You can make it reasonable out here. Just remember, when it comes to financial numbers, it's just a number. Keep that in mind. You might be sitting 6 months from now sitting there thinking, how am I making $8,000 a month? Oh, I started that goal and I started working towards it. Now I'm making more than what I ever made. Wow, if I can make 8,000, I can make 20,000 easily, because it becomes just a number in your mind. You definitely want to get it. And let me tell you, when you're doing your goals, you want to be as mentally committed as you can. Act it out. Get up there in your mind when you wake up in the morning and imagine yourself speaking in front of 20,000 people and what it would feel like. I mean, do you have a little bit of jitters and then you get out there talking and all of a sudden it's just flowing out of your mouth? Make it feel real. What your shoes feel like on your feet while you're standing for 2 hours in front of a podium in front of 20,000 people. Can you feel the heat lamps, the lamps putting heat on your forehead and how that feels? The sound of the crowd, or how you're projecting yourself. Make yourself feel that. Make yourself feel what it feels like wearing those really nice clothes. Make yourself feel that in your imagination. Really, really act it out. Walk around pretending that speech in your mind, smacking your hand as you're explaining things. Get your hands going like you're talking. When you want to do this stuff, do little practice sessions on a video, just a little private video for yourself that you can go back and watch. Do your goals, read them out loud on your videos to yourself, and just go back and watch them. Keep watching them. Fall asleep watching them. You're putting that in your head. Remember, these are just numbers. This is just a time frame, but we're doing it right now. Get it done. You want to put this out, list it out as many things as you can think. Brainstorm, brain dump it all right here. Just throw it all down there. I do it on scrap paper first, and then I start outlining it. Do it in bright colors so you see it. Make sure you got the bright reds and the bright blues and the oranges, whatever colors that really stand out to you. Greens are very calming. For some reason, people like green. It just calms them down. Think about what's really going to get you going and what's going to calm you and what's going to get you in that mode. You definitely want to really consider writing it down, getting an old notebook, just writing things down. Just keep writing them every day. Okay, I'm going to do this, and that. And then, you can write 100 goals if you want to. Write down, things that you think that, you would like to do someday, but right now you don't have the means for it. Write it down and then start writing down, well, this is what I'm going to need if I do that. If I want to go do that adventure zip line, I'm going to have to get over my fear of heights, or, maybe I should go see somebody, or maybe I should find out how other people experienced it, Maybe I can look it up on YouTube. We just love YouTube. You can look up anything on there. You want to learn about goals? Go on there and research them. There's some tremendous people out there. They do some really good commentary on goals. I just love doing goals. There's something about them that's very calming to me. I have a thing about them. So I keep writing them down, brainstorm. Brains, you know what I mean? Got that brain spark going on. Just keeps your brain activated. Just make sure you put it down, write it down that scrap paper or in that scrap journal, and then transfer it over to your good journal where it's all outlined out and your little steps, what you're going to do to get to that next point. Wow, I really need to start this. Well, maybe I could, do a little thing at, one of the missions or one of the churches or one of the libraries. Maybe I could go in there and see how it feels to do this and does it get me excited? And how am I gonna love that? Love doing it in front of other people. You want to, do what you can. You're not gonna learn anything if you don't do it. If it's a far off dream and that's all it's ever been, and you don't wanna, write it down and then put action behind it. Make it as real as you can in your mind, everything you want to do. God is right there with you, and He is working with you. Once you get this stuff down on paper, it's like the universe starts sending you little singles. They might put the right agent in front of you. Yay, Lord. We take that. God might be just saying, oh, they need to talk to this person who's already been there, done that, and put that right person in front of you. Somebody who knows how to get great venues. You need a great venue where you can talk to a lot of people. They can teach you how to get into that venue, where you want to advertise at. Whatever your goal is, you got to make it big. I don't care if you're starting a small startup business. Make it a big plan, write it out, and then start taking action. Doesn't matter how small your actions are, as long as you're moving forward and taking them. Do it right now. You need to do these things. I'm telling you, it changes your life. It will definitely, you might not be where you wanted to be on your goal, but you're still always working for it. And remember, we're doing it in the now, in the present. A year from now, we'll be in the now, in the present. You'll be looking back going, oh yeah, look what I started. Become a legend. You want your grandchildren growing up thinking, wow, look what Grandma did. How'd she do all that? What gave her that? And my goodness, you are just setting something for them. They will know, well, okay, Grandma did it. She did it easily. We can do that. Oh, well, they see you doing it. They know it's possible. You want to set that for your children and your grandchildren, maybe your great-grandchildren. You want them to see that. When you're leaving, that legend is leaving a great mark. You definitely want to step to that next level. Make those big plans, make those big goals, and make them as big as you can. We want to get it down, put it in our journals. Get your everything journal, write it down. There's a lot of things I would like to talk to you about today, but I really don't want to make it that long. It looks like I got a little longer than what I really wanted to, but I'm really happy I got this time to speak with you. Don't forget your little, make that goal and put it in your car, put it in your lunchbox, take it with you. You have your morning coffee sitting out on the deck. Sit out there and read your morning goal. This is my big goal. This is what I want to attain. Really think about it. Dream about it. Pray about it. Live it. Live it, live it, live it as much as you can. Keep it going. You are going to do tremendously well once you get started. Make sure just break down that goal into smaller and smaller pieces. How much money I'm going to make in a week, how much money I'm going to make in a day, how much, really break it down. It becomes more attainable in your head when you do that. And then you can break down, okay, well, if I start here, this is going to lead to this, and this is going to, get me in with these people, and that's where I need to be to get to that. And, break it down. Put as much of it down. I don't care if you fill up one notebook for one goal and break it down. Just keep breaking it down every week. Think, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. Get it in there. You're going to change your life. And I'll tell you what, I'm right there with you. So we're learning this together. Remember, it's pertaining to Rose. If I learn it, I'm going to let you guys learn it right along with me. So definitely check me out on Facebook. I have a site called Getting It Together. My name is Rose McConnell. You can look me up. definitely go in and, check on things. Make sure you subscribe so you get all my videos. Make sure you share. Somebody may need this, or somebody you know might really, really need this. Shoot off a share and messenger with them. Make sure you like and comment. I want to hear what your goals are and what you're working on. Give me something good. I want to see it. How are you working on it? Are you writing it down? Are you doing your vision boards? What are you doing? Are you praying about it? Lord, this is what I need in my life. Definitely see what you can do. Make it big, guys. Bigger the better. Okay. Love you all. Have a good day. Bye.